Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. As I, Zerul, today's Master of Ceremonies for this episode. We're going to go ahead and try and work on fixing our problems that we encountered last time there. We're going to go ahead and just focus on a couple of different ways for defense, a couple of things that I've come up with there, and a realization from the previous episode about what I should have done there. First, I'm going to go ahead and go over a few things that I've been working on in the meanwhile. Let me grab that real quick here. You'll notice out here that I went ahead and moved my quarry here. I've got a 64 by 64 quarry out here in the build area. Probably do this a few more times there and use this to get some flatter terrain. I might empty this out and build something down here at some point. But worked on this a little bit here. I've got a few lines running here. It's night, so we're safe from these guys here. Alright. I've been trying to get Valiant Bees on this, but I've had basically no success. I've got a few meadows, tropical, and this. I haven't started doing much in the way of crossbeating except for some Valiants, which I had a Valiant Princess and a Valiant Drone, but apparently they did not want to create another Valiant, as their inactive genes just combined back into Marble at some point, so that was annoying. I've got some Wintery here. I've been playing around with the Acclimatizer, which I'll show you in just a moment here, to get their tolerances up and seeing how this works. I've also been getting some Apier's pipes, as you see there. I've been getting some Propolis, which has been helpful there. Let's just go and pull these in since I'm already here. These are pretty simple set up there, and I'll show you this in more depth here in just a moment when we get back to the main base. I'm also going to organize everything. I'm going to have groups of pure bees here, and then I'll have another section which have hybrid bees, and that should be interesting there. So you'll notice that I've went ahead. I've gotten some additional texture packs here, like with my Thaumium items there, and this texture pack for Mistcraft, which I happen to really like at the moment. Oop. Let's see here. Let's go back to our Mage Tower. And here we are. So I've got down here, don't know if I showed this off, I've got my honey being made. We'll come back to that in just a second here. And I've got myself a seed oil facility here to gather up seed oil. So stuff gets picked out here, it gets thrown in the chest, it goes into the squeezer and turns into seed oil. I am currently playing around with the Thaumcraft Zycorium soil, which allows me to acts like tilled soil, tilled hydrated soil with no hydration needed there, so it's really convenient. You see I've already got an entire grouping of this here. The main reason why I'm changing over to this is because I don't have to worry about zombies destroying my farmland anymore. So observe. No plants getting knocked out of the ground. As opposed to this, where it no longer counts as planted ground. So it's not the cheapest thing to put all these blocks down, since it requires a lot of saplings, and I haven't gotten a sapling farm generated yet, but it works well, and I happen to like the way it's been coming out there. Down here, we've got our, well, it's not really a tree farm, but it's the closest thing we got at the moment there. I've got Zycorium soil interleaved here with cobblestone. And the main reason I'm doing this is because when they're all touching like this, I can use my axe of the stream and just hold down the button and it'll just click everything, which is really nice. I think I've shown it last time, but let me just go ahead and show you again real quick here. Just sit down here. So because they're all touching and in close proximity to one another there, the axe of the stream considers everything to be just one big tree. And the way the axe works is when you right click, it will start cutting the tree down from the highest point. Start at the top and cut down there, and it'll just try and cut anything that's connected there. It doesn't always grab some of the stray random bits of wood that get stuck up in trees sometimes and result you to have big clumps of trees that that don't want to despawn. But yeah, it is what it is. I think I'm going to end up changing over to a different wood source other than oak, because a different wood seems to have less of a problem with this. But you see now, it's all done. We've got the trees all chopped down, and excepting for possible issues with the... Yep, there we go. With things like this, I'm certain there's going to be a few pieces up there that don't get cut down. We should be in good shape. So let's go ahead and throw this oak back in here. Alright. I went ahead and automated my a lot of this stuff here. So let's go over and show you what I was going to show you. So, what we have here is the simplest setup that I can think of. If I can get down there to show you. Come on. Go downstairs. There we go. So we have a standard wooden pipe pulling out of the bottom of the thing. We've got a gate here that says whenever there's items in the inventory, pulse energy, pull stuff out of there. That goes into these apiary pipes, which says if you're up on the white line, you send bees. If you're on the blue line, you send anything else. So let's go ahead and go up here now, if I can actually get out. There we go. So the bees go up the white line into here. Princesses automatically go here, and since you're ever going to have one princess, it always is going to go in that slot, and the drones will go here. Since these are all purebred hive drones, it's pretty simple. You don't have to worry about anything drastic there. And these impregnated frames help their production quite a bit there. The items get sucked out and they go into this item tesseract, which ties into the main item feed in the complex there. From here, we have an export bus, which is pulling these combs out and the silken propellers here into the centrifuge here. Centrifuge, and let's throw these combs in to show you here. Then proceeds to spin away, and then the items in here get pulled out back into the network. The honey gets transported into another squeezer down here, and then it gets turned into this, and the extra pulse stuff gets pulled into here. So it's all just a simple loop. Once I can get I'll get another item tesseract set up at one point, and we'll be able to get the other location also in on the fun. Here's my acclimatizer. If you've ever seen one of these, this is a real simple device. Basically, you put a bee here, and then you put some stuff here to either increase or decrease their tolerances, give them additional tolerances for weather, for heat, and for humidity. That's pretty much it. I haven't been doing a lot of things. I have noticed that since I have did this conversion single-handedly, that oh no, we got one of these to deal with. Where's my bow? Where's my bow? Come on, where did I put my bow? There's my bow. Where's he at? Arrow. Alright, where you at? Hello? Hello, Wisp. Aha! Ew, come on. Die. Ow! Ow! I got him! Yes! Essence. Apparently I can't pronounce today. Don't even remember what I was saying just a moment ago there. I'm sure that'll probably come to me after I finish recording, but you know. Oh, that's what I was thinking of there. So, I was going to do some stuff with Steve carts, but somehow the Steve carts isn't working correctly. Some of the items aren't showing up properly. For instance, I can make the cart assembler, but when I try and go through and create a wooden hull or standard hull, the items just aren't showing up. So I'm not sure what's going on there. As a result, I've been considering transitioning this over to the Ultimate Pack because it still does have applied energetics. I would lose, and it has pretty much everything. The only thing that I would end up losing that I can tell would be the Greg's lighting, which I haven't done anything with yet, but there's still the Wrath lamps, and so I might experiment with changing over to the Ultimate Pack, and if it works out well, you all will see in the future there. Let's see here. One thing that was nice with the recent change to Thaumcraft, I'm sure this is something to do with the Forge item lexicon, is Blast Furnace. You can now create aluminum from aluminum dust in a traditional Railcraft Blast Furnace, as opposed to having to need the industrial furnace. It works just like steel in that regards. It requires quite a bit. So let's go ahead and grab one of these real quick here for us. Of coal there, like 1 per block, but as you can see, we're in no shortage of any coal at the moment there. But to show you here, we throw that in. Yep. Maybe they changed it. Yep. Because I had made a few stacks of this. Powered furnace. Oh, that's a recipe. Induction smelter turns into glass viewer. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Aluminum. Maybe it was a mistake. It very well may have been a mistake there. Powered furnace, aluminum ingots. Compressor, aluminum dust, that's what it was there. I was getting aluminum dust from something. I think this was turning into aluminum, oh, that's what it was. Let's see if there's some here. Anyhow, normal aluminum dust. That's what it was there. Normal aluminum dust you're able to craft in a blast furnace using coal coke. So, anyhow, that being said, we're going to go ahead and do a couple of things for defenses. So it should have occurred to me last time when I was thinking about golems that, you know, of course, the most obvious thing that you would get golems with in this Feed the Beast is going to be Thaumcraft. So I have the necessary technologies. So that's that's not what we're looking for. Sneezing. Or not. Let's see here. Where are we at? Advanced Golemancy. This right here gives us the Iron Golem. This is going to be able to defend. It's going to be able to help us there. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and make a few of these. And so we're going to need some cores. We're going to use intelligence cores to make them more intelligent. So they can't do range attacks, but you know what? I think we should be in good shape. So let's go ahead and make some of these. So let's make some intelligence cores first. So we need animation cores and fire shards. And the animation core, where are we at? Where's regular Golemancy at? That's not what we're looking for. Bricks and Nitor. Nitor is Ignis, Lux, and Potentia in a Crucible. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a bunch of this first. So we need our water supply. There we go. Do I have any Nitor in here? I got 6. Let's make some more, though. Let's make some more. Alright, so back to the book. Fire, light, and Potentia. Alright, so I gotta look through the book again. 6 light, 4 fire, 4 Potentia. So we should be able to do this with some torches. Let's go look in our inventory here. Torches. Not what we're looking for exactly. Aluminum torches, that's actually interesting. Alright, so what do we have with fire? So that gives us that. Let's see here. Alright, so Potentia. Let's grab some Nicolite, because that's cheap and I don't use it for anything at the moment. Next, let's see here. We need some fire. Netherrack would work. Let's see, what else can we find? Quartz, glowstone dust. That would probably work there for the light. And then we just need some fire. Should we stick with what we had? Well, there's always magma cream. Blaze rods. I'll use these up. This will give me more excuse to get a blaze farm going there. And let's go ahead and grab a stack of netherrack anyway. Alright. So this is 6 light to 4 potentia and 4 ignis. So 2 of those to 2 of those and 4 of those. Alright, see here, 2. So let's say 5, so it'll be 20 of this. Alright. So yeah, 20 of that, 20 of that. And there's that. And we'll just ignore the blaze rods. So 20 of these, 10 of those. And let's see here. So that is 40. I just counted a minute ago, so we just need the exact same numbers as the blue stuff. Alright. And how much is that going to take us? 5. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our wands. We're going to do this in 3 groupings. 1. Good, good. Let's fill it back up. And that should be fine there. I might be able to do everything in one lump sum, but I'm going to play it safe. Alright, and mining fatigue, excellent. The flux is already starting. Alright, so we got that in good shape. Let's go ahead and put this there. And let's throw that there. Water, plop. Yep, I know you all are outside. Don't worry, I'll be making you some friends to come out and help soon. Let's go throw these back in here. We need some brick, which we don't have any of. Can we break these bricks down? We can. And actually I know a good source for other bricks. Okay. It's a wisp, run! Alright, so... Let's do 10 of those is good. Alright, so let's put these here. Movement and control. Imperato and Motus. Alright, so let's leave you guys sitting there for the moment. And let's just throw some more of these here. We'll make up all 20 of these. So, Imperato and Motus. Let's see here. Motus. What is a good source for all of this? Rubber. I think rubber is a good source for a decent amount of this. We shouldn't have a lot of it at the moment. Apparently down. Interesting. You know what? While we're at it here... Oh! My mouse is out of control. Off camera, I went ahead and built myself another machine. I built myself a industrial centrifuge. With this, what I've got going on here is I've basically got a power feed off of the MFE downstairs going to a transformer to a bat box feeding the centrifuge. This right now is making iridium nuggets from my platinum, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and just pull this out here. And let's throw a stack of that in there. I believe you can centrifuge rubber wood. So this is basically an advanced form of the extractor. So... nickel dust. Tiny pile. We'll go through this in the thing over there in a minute here. So we need some rubber. Can we just cook rubber wood? And we can extract it. Actually, yeah, we have an extractor. That's it. Let's extract some rubber wood. Alright, while we do that, let's go ahead and go through some of this some more. So we can use the blue zirconium. And let's see here. What more is good? So that gives us that, and we need the movement. Trapdoors work for that, but I want more than that. Surprised that track doesn't give you movement. I mean, that would seem pretty obvious there. You know, maybe it's just obvious to me. Anything good? Anything I'm willing to part with? How about that? That's probably a more accurate statement there. Sulfur goo, rubber wood, appetites, arrows for later there. Cobblestone waterproof pipes. You know what? That's actually a really good source of this here. That is less extra flux I've got to worry about. Brass. Brass apparently is okay. And stone waterproof pipes. But we got some... that. Air shards. We can do air shards, but I don't want to waste my shards. I'd rather get rid of mundane items. Oh, we've got a decent amount of propulse now. Good. Come on, anything else useful? Quicksilver, I'm just going to stick with the rubber. I think that'll probably be the best for us. Alright. Rubber. I'll just grab a stack of rubber wood. We'll just use that and we'll just go with it. Alright, so. back to the Thaum Cave. Alright, so here we need 8 and 8. So this is going to be 4 and 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's go ahead and split these down. So that would give me 8 of that. And let's just go ahead and break these. I'll do that in a moment here. Alright, so we gotta fill this up again. And let's try something. I've not tried making multiple items on the table at the same time before. So let's give that a quick try. So let's put rubber, 8, and 8. Nope, it does not. So I'm gonna have to do these one at a time. How annoying. So let's go ahead and break these down like the others. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just do this off camera since it's going to be tedious. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright people, and I'm back there, and finishing up this last bit here for the intelligence cores, which is basic animation core, a fire shard, and 12 cognitive. Alright, so we got 9 of these. Next we need some iron ingots. So iron golem is done like this, and like that. So this is going to be where it's going to be another long, boring part here. We need food, armor, weapons, and spirit. So I'm going to cut out again here, and I'll be back once I've got all 9 of these guys done. Alrighty, and so here is our last of our iron golems. Let's go and pull these back here. And let's go ahead and fill this up one more time before we throw this back in the container here. Now, what we're going to do to get them in area sign, we need to make some markers. Now, markers are real simple. They're wood surrounded by wool. So let's grab some of this, and let's grab wool. Not wool. Wool. Let's see here. There we go. Wool. And we need 9 groups of, or 4 groups of 9. Throw this back. And let's get some dye. So, let's see here. We got 1 blue dye. Let's see here. That should give us a yellow. That's good. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit of bone meal. Can we dye that? No. Let's see here. Someone wants to use this dye. We can use goo. Turn into red wool. Will that turn into... Yes, it will. Pink. Blue. White. That's not good. I think I've upset the Minecraftian gods. Lapis. So, cactus green. And a white gives us light blue. Green and a white gives us lime. What else do we have? No purple. Let's see here. That should give us the last two we need. So, what we're doing is we're basically going to be assigning markers for these guys to follow. If at least my comprehension of reading is accurate. So, we have... see if this works. Gray marker. Black marker. Yep. Alrighty. Pink. Blue. Alright, that should be good enough. So, we got our golems, we got our markers. Let's go ahead and throw the Thaumcraft back up. Ah, there's a guy. So let's go and start off by just doing a guy right here in the center of town. Let's see will this work. Interesting. Alright, how about there? Let's see here. We're gonna do monsters. Monsters. Alright, I think he's trying to follow the wisp or something. Well, let's go and place a few more of these around and see how this works. Ow! Okay, that's gotta be dealt with real quick. Thus the follies of man, meddling in things he should not meddle. Ow! In! Stupid wisps. Got him! One shot. Got another one? Alright, so we've got a golem guarding that. I think this is actually working. Let's put a red marker here. Get him! Haha! Go, little boy! Awesome! There we go. Attack monsters. Same for this guy down here. He's already attacking monsters, so that should be good. Whoa. Stay still, little guy. Yep. It's already attacking monsters. Now, let's have him go after... we'll just leave him be for his job. So these guys are going to protect our base when things get into the base. Let's throw something... here. Whoops. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry, little guy. You have my apologies. Let's go and throw a guy down here. And let's put someone down here. That's not what I was looking to do. Alright. Pipe. That can be gotten rid of soon. Throw that there. So we got these guys there. Let's go ahead and put another guy down here. There we go. Good, good. 2 more. Where should these go? All right, let's get a defender out here in the fields. That guy is annoying me. He is really annoying me. Ow! Stop it. Let's go ahead and put the pink marker here. And then finally, let's put another one right in town square. So that should take care of there. Well, actually, let's put one here. There we go. Alright, so we got all defenders here out ready to protect us. Stop it! Stop it! Got him! No? Got him now! Ha! There's one more thing that I want to do. Now, you probably glimpsed this just a minute ago. Let me throw these up here. But I've decided I definitely want to make use of those turrets. Now, we're going to do this a little bit differently. The main problem with turrets is they fall over. Yep, I know, shocker. But what we're going to do is we're going to take something out, an idea of, or if we're going to build ourselves some pillboxes. So let's go and do it out over here. And let's build a pillbox on either side of the road here. So it's going to have to be 5 wide because we're going to put 3 of these guys in the pillbox. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So there's that. And then we're going to have a wall in back. And then like this. And then 3 of these guys. Actually, we need a little bit more room here. Let's see here, is that going to be high enough? No, it's not. So we knock these guys over. Alright, so we need 1 more. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. No, actually, I think I had it right the first place. I think.
Would you come over here?
Nope, I'm already here. No, I did have it right. And then... Oh, come on.
Is anyone there?
Alright, so we should be able to put this in front. This should give them a clear firing lane and still prevent us from... there's what I did last time.
Is anyone there?
There we go. So, they have a 180-degree frontal arc. So they should start being able to shoot anything that pops out here.
Activated.
There we go. Alright, so... This is flush with this, so it's going to be flush with that also.
Activated.
I'll build a couple of these and we'll watch them in action. And I'll probably build some more off camera. But let's see if this works for us here.
Sentry mode activated. Would you come over here? Activated.
Where is that guy at?
Sentry mode activated.
Oh no.
Is anyone there?
Alright, so this needs to go up 1 more level. me put 3 of these guys down. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sentry mode activated. Would you come over here?
And then let's go ahead and fill in this area down here. Because I hate open spaces like that.
Sentry mode activated.
Alright, so same with this. Let's close off this area here.
Sentry mode activated. Is
Looks good to me.
anyone there? Hello. Searching.
Alright, where'd you go, guy?
Activated. Searching. Are you still there? Goodbye.
Check this out. Safe behind their little bunkers, the sentry drones are going to town. Anything that comes within their line of sight there. So, if you made it a little bit lower, you dug it in the ground, you could probably get them be able to see more. But for what it is, I think that's perfect. Now, these guys, at least on the default settings, they're not attacking. Alright, is someone down here? Do one of you guys get stuck down here? Where are you at?
Hello.
Do you know how much I slaved to build you? Well, you're okay. You're okay. You're good. He's having a field day out there. Go, little dude, go! See, you're he. No, those two are off doing their own thing. And are they getting shocked? Doesn't seem to be. But they're off doing their own thing. Alrighty. I think I put a set of sentry turrets up top too, on top of the building. We'll put a set of pill boxes up here to hit any flyby things, and we'll see how that works. So, hope you all have enjoyed watching there. I think this is going to work out really well from a base defense perspective. Hopefully, this can stave off all of those darn slimes, and we don't have to worry about them nearly as much there, but we shall see. So, anyhow, if y'all enjoy this, a like is always appreciated, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode, where, I don't know, maybe we'll start messing around with some more power armor, maybe we'll start diving into something else. Ow! Maybe we'll just figure out a way to stop these guys from showing up. So, ow! Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.